This is the plaintiff, Michael Robinson. He says he loaned the defendant, the son of a woman he's known for 40 years, money he desperately needed to get his belongings out of a storage unit. The guy's now ignoring him. He was a knight in shining armor and doesn't deserve to be treated like this. He's suing the defendant for $200, the amount of the loan. This is the defendant, Brandon Mims. He says the plaintiff gave him the money as a gift, a favor to his mother, a longtime friend of his. As it turns out, the plaintiff's a nasty man who's mad his mother doesn't speak to him anymore. And now he's trying to turn the gift into a loan, which it wasn't. Oh, and $200? Ha! He's accused of running out on a debt.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant, the son of a woman that he's known for 40 years, needed money in the worst way, so he loaned it and got stiffed. But the defendant says it was a gift. It's the case of love your mom. You? Not so much.
Thank you, Douglas. Michael Robinson, you are suing Brandon Mims for $200 that you say he owes you and refuses to repay. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I met his mother about 40 years ago, and we had a relationship.
Are you mom? Okay.
We had a relationship, and
40 years ago?
40 years ago. We had a relationship.
I'm going to need you to start a little more recent now. Okay. So 40 years ago, you had a relationship.
Yeah,
okay.
Actually, we went our separate ways.
Okay.
And just recently, about 8-9 months ago, we got back together.
Oh, how did you run into each other? Social media or?
Through a relative.
Through a relative?
Of
okay.
mine, yeah.
So you were dating?
I'm just talking on the phone.
Okay. And then what happened?
And,
how's the money come up?
Well, she ran into a problem with a storage unit that they had, and they had lost the storage unit, and she told me on the phone that she needed to buy the storage unit back or they was going to lose everything in the storage. And she asked to borrow some money, and I wired her $200 Western Union, and told me she would pay me within 2 weeks, and it's been like 3-4 months
I'm sorry, but you're not suing her, you're suing the son. Why are you suing the son?
Because I sent the money to him. It was in his name, the money that I sent.
Okay, but the loan was, she's the one who obligated herself to pay you back?
Yeah.
Okay. Typically, I would see someone in your position suing both of them then, because somebody should be paying you back or something, but now, you have a very different story about this, but it's really Mom who I should talk to.
You know, Mr. Robinson, I was decent to him. You know, it was a gift. I said I would pay him back, but when he said that he was going to send pictures to my children, nude pictures that I didn't have no knowledge of.
How did he get the nude pictures?
He took pictures when I was dealing with, playing around. Nothing serious.
Are you posing in them?
I was asleep. I didn't have no knowledge of it.
Okay.
He texted me and said that.
That's it. Did you ever think you'd grow up to hear your mother talking about that in a people's court? Is that what you thought when you were growing up?
So if it's true that the plaintiff threatened to send nude pictures of the defendant to her kids if she didn't pay, is that a crime?
I don't think it's a crime. It's more of like a respect thing, and that's just gross.
Anybody think it's more than respect? Is that a crime?
I think, isn't there like a revenge porn law or something? I think it's a crime. I think it's blackmail. You're blackmailing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's blackmail too. The revenge porn thing is actually kind of interesting. What do you say?
Yeah, I think the whole thing is messed up. I mean, I understand why you would send that whole thing to your kids. I mean,
you would do it to try to get money from somebody who doesn't want to pay you. And it's bad, and it's wrong. And it's probably a crime.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Going inside the courtroom.
So then, were you supposed to pay it back, though? Was that a loan from the beginning, but you're just angry because he was so rude?
You know, I was going to give it back to him.
Okay.
You know, when I stopped dealing with him.
Okay, but hold on. I need you to take me back to when you say to him, we're going to lose everything. What do you say?
I said, you know, I need, would you help me? He said he would. I was dealing with him then.
What does dealing with him mean? You mean you were... Yeah, right, okay. All right, so go on. Okay.
Really?
So he said he would help you, and then what was the understanding about whether you had to pay him back? Because you said...
know what? I didn't have no problem with paying him back.
So the understanding is that it wasn't a gift, that you were supposed to pay him back.
You know, when he started being nasty, sending pictures to my son...
Did he actually send them?
If he did, he would be in jail.
Okay.
I ain't playing.
Okay.
He ain't gonna do that to my children.
Okay.
I don't play that.
Okay.
If you're gonna do that, bring it. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
He wants to play? Come on.
Well,
Come
son,
on.
Brandon, is there anything you would like to add?
Well, of my knowledge, when we were going through the situation with the storage facility, he said, anything you need, let me know and I'll help you. He never gave an exact time, a date, when he...
Wait, he said it to you?
No, he said this to my mother, in which she told me, because that's why he sent the money in my name, because she was at work.
What did cause you guys to break up?
Really?
Yeah, really.
She didn't want to pay me back.
No. When he told me to a part of his anatomy, I told him to grow one. Maybe it will be.
Did you break up with him?
It wasn't good.
Okay, okay, but did you break up with him?
I left him alone.
So it just kind of fizzled?
Conveniently, after she got the money, it fizzled.
As soon as she got the money, it fizzled? How long were you dating?
Conveniently.
I still work.
Well then.
I haven't.
Hey, Tim, tone it down.
You're savage.
Take a step down. No, don't
Okay.
talk to him in the middle of my courtroom. How long were you dating?
Maybe about 7, 8 months.
Okay, so,
Really?
I mean, it wasn't like she dated you once so she could get money out of you and threw you away. You guys were dating 7 or 8 months, you're saying?
Yeah, but
More like 3.
More like 3?
Thank you.
Okay, but you got to sue the right person, Mr. Robinson. You have sued the wrong party. The person you should be suing is, what's your name?
Kim.
Kim?
Easy name.
Kim what?
Mims.
Okay. We can do this one of many ways. If you guys want to resolve it right now, because I'm hearing the whole thing and I'll just issue a ruling.
I want to resolve it.
Because otherwise he can go back out and sue you for the money.
I don't got time for it.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. So will you agree to be a named defendant even though you didn't know walking in here that you were going to be a defendant so that we can resolve it now?
Yeah, we can. You know what? One thing. I would have gave him, even if it was a gift or whatever, if he didn't say he was going to have pictures sending to my children, I don't know what he had.
Why did he say that?
Nasty.
But over what? Over you not seeing him? You wouldn't date him?
I was done.
Or you weren't paying him the money?
I have a new car. He rides a bike.
Okay, but this is not what I'm asking.
What do you got to do with it?
Why? Did you tell her that you were going to send nude pictures of her to her children?
No.
Really?
She seems really angry.
What?
All right.
I wouldn't lie to you, Your Honor.
Okay.
If you have children, if somebody said some mess like that to you, what would you do?
I do have
I don't know.
pictures.
I don't know.
You wouldn't like it.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like it.
yeah.
So I don't suggest saying that or doing it because I'm afraid of her. I don't know if you're afraid of her, but I am afraid of her, okay? However, based on what I'm listening to, it does sound like he made you a loan that you had agreed that you were going to pay back. Brandon, you're out. Peace out, man. This was fun, right? However, Kim, you owe Michael, get him out of your hair and out of your life. $200 verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Both sides.
I'm glad you got new shoes.
You corny, girl. You corny as hell.
He still lives with his son. He still lives with his son.
What?
You are a joke, Michael.
By the way, if you threaten to embarrass somebody with sensitive information unless they pay you money, that is called extortion. That, my friend, can land you in prison.